welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and I'm going to be doing a face shave today using the new Wolf Whiskers with the 25mm Elite Black Wolf fan knot, and it smells great after using it with the Bluebeard's Revenge yesterday, so looking forward to using this. It's warmed up a little bit today, just ever so slightly, so I'm going to use Barrister and Mann Adagio. Now from what I read and what I've been listening to and watching, this has a little bit of menthol in it. The scent of it, I've got no freaking clue. I really honestly, I need to have a look at the ingredients to see if there's anything that I can even remotely... Yeah, well, there's nothing on there that even gives me an idea what this might smell like. It's an odd scent. It's got a really complex scent profile. It's got a slight sweetness with this sort of sour scent to it. It's got an earthy, sort of woody scent going on as well. But I've got no idea, if I'm brutally honest. It doesn't remind me of nothing. It's not a horrible scent to smell. It's just different. Something I haven't actually encountered before in terms of scent. But let's see how it lathers up and let's see how it shaves. Well, I know it's going to lather well. I know it's probably going to shave well as well. I'm doing a hot water shave today. I'm just going to splash a bit of hot water on. I've just come back from work, cleaning some windows. Dipped the brush in, shook out the water, and I'm just going to go straight onto the dry puck, or the dry tub, sorry, of soap. Scent strength out the tub straight away is around about maybe a 4.5, 5 scent strength. It's certainly picking up a bit. It's definitely quite an earthy sort of scent coming out of the tub. Let's just see how it lathers up. Now this is the glissant base that's in this, and it's an excellent lathering, slick soap. Just needs a little bit of water to begin with to get your load going. As you can see, I'm pretty much loaded up enough. You don't need heaps of Barrister Man in your brush in order to get a great lather that lasts 3 or 4 passes. So there we go, that's me loaded. You know, there's almost a sort of cocoa scent to this as well. I don't know, just a bit different. But I do like it. There's something about Barrister Man scents that I really enjoy. So there we go, loaded up brush. I'm going to paint it on first. Now this knot, the Elite fan knot, feels totally different on the face and to the fingertips. It's a lot stiffer, still very soft tips, but it's extremely dense. I would say it's really much denser than the bulb with the regular fan knot. I don't know how it's going to go with a face lather. Fan knots generally, as Stephen the Suffolk Shaver has said in my previous video, are generally geared towards face lathering, and I tend to agree with him. This knot, however, ball lathered wonderfully. So let's dip the tips, paint a bit of water out, and again. And there we go, displays very easily. But I wouldn't say as easily as the regular fan knot. It's got a bit more backbone to it, needs a bit more oomph, but it still splays easily enough to get some lovely face lathering. Much more scrub with this brush, with this knot, a lot more scrub. Which is no bad thing, there's no scritch with it. I can feel the menthol on my lips already, which is good. It's not a strong mentholated soap, but I can feel it. Whoa, that was a big dip of water. Jesus, that was far too big. Well, that lather is absolutely superb. The brush is well caked. Still losing a few little hairs here and there, but that's going to happen for the time being. As normal, Barrister Mann tastes not too bad as well. Scent on the face, I don't really smell anything if I'm honest. There's no real scent from it. There's no real scent off the brush now. I don't know what's going on there. So I'm going to be using the Gillette Rocket once again. I know you guys are a bit sick of it. I just want to give it a go with a few different blades. I am enjoying it. It's a very smooth shaver. It's great for everyday shaves. It's definitely a daily driver. And today I'm going to use another one of Ken Lee's new favourites, the Gillette Stainless. Let's get it the bloody right way up, Mads. There we go, Gillette Stainless. And I used this for my head shave yesterday and it was superb. So clamp that down. There's the blade cap. The blade cap's spot on again. So I'll put this in the hot water and let's see how we go. Feels very smooth. Haven't had a hot water shave for a little while now. It's a bit odd doing a hot water shave with a menthol leggy soap, for me anyway. Well, that was an incredible first pass. The blade is very smooth, but it's not as smooth as a Gillette Nasset to me. I don't find it as smooth as that, or the 7 o'clock. It's very smooth and it cuts efficiently. There's no problems with it. I could use it all day, every day. Just slightly not as good, I find, as the other two. Oh, that is some slick soap. No problem at all. Right, let's whip on this next lather. Oh, getting a nice bit of cooling now from the menthol. Whew, yeah, it's just nice. It's not an overpowering menthol at all. Still can't get my head around this scent. It's almost got a licorice sort of aniseed note to it as well. Well, the lather, if you can see the gloss on that, is absolutely tremendous. Super easy to work with. Across the grain, here we go. Now the handle length on this is very short, but I do like a short handled razor. I don't like big long cumbersome razors. I don't really have the huge hands to really justify having one, if I'm honest. The only time it was sort of beneficial was with the R41 for doing the back of my head for my head shaves. Oh, super sleek. Holy shit. Do you know something? I think it's slicker with hot water. I really do. Lovely cooling from the menthol. It's not a... Yeah, it's nothing like a glacial sterling sort of menthol, but you can feel it, which is nice. It's not like the Magard orange menthol where you don't feel it at all. The scent is nice. It's actually quite a relaxing scent. To say it's geared towards a summer sort of scent, I find this quite relaxing. It's not a in-your-face citrus or anything like that. It does have a sort of, I don't know if it's got a citrusy note to it. It's a zingy sort of scent, but unusual at the same time. I can't pinpoint any actual citrus scents in it. You can't argue with the lather. The brush, the knot, I'll be brutally honest, it's not as nice for me as the regular fan knot for face lathering, but it's lovely all the same. It's still nice, it's a different feel, and the great thing with it is it gives me something different to use rather than having the same feel all the time on my face. That'll give me a different, a more stiff, scrubbier sort of brush when I'm applying the lather, rather than the super soft, dense backbone of the fan or the bulb knot. That being said, I would still highly recommend the knot. I think the knot's great. It's not everyone's taste to look at, I understand that. But personally, I think it looks great. Barrister Mann though, it's easily one of the slickest, most protective soaps you'll ever use. It's exceptional soap, it really is. And just to sort of prove that, for me personally, I'm going to go against the grain around my mouth, just using the residual slickness. Oh yeah. So that to me really highlights the quality of the soap, that I'm able to go against the grain with no soap on my face. That's how slick it is at the end. Oh. ladies and gentlemen, was absolutely lovely. Really enjoyed that. Got my usual weepers here. I'm getting that because I'm doing something I've never done before, really, going against the grain, so I'll probably pick them up for quite some time. I might never get rid of them when I'm going against, but it doesn't cause me any issues. A little bit of styptic pencil, they're finished, they're done and dusted, and then I move on. So I'm going to finish off with Shapeworks Cool Fix. No, actually, I'll go with this one first, Lucky Tiger. Not going with any witch hazel today. I'm just going to go with the Lucky Tiger and the Cool Flicks. Right, so while that is drying in, I can tidy up a little bit and we can talk about what was used and my sort of thoughts on it. So, it's Friday here today, my daughter's got no dancing today, so it's a day for relaxation. Even though the kids are off school, they're generally flat out every single day. My daughter's dancing, so nice to get a little breather. Nice to be able to shave and then not have to worry about getting dressed for a change. Yeah, this brush was actually quite surprising. When you look at it, you order it and you've used black rose and tuxedos for a while. You expect it to sort of be the same, just a different shape, but it's not. It's a totally different feeling knot. It does not feel anything like the bulb or the normal fan. But it's still very soft. It's got heaps of scrub. It's not uncomfortable at all, because I would moan my face off about that if it was. But it's not an uncomfortable knot on your face. It's a really comfortable knot to use. The soap is a nightmare to try and get out, which is a good thing. That to me tells me how good the soap is, and I know it's great soap anyway. You have to really, even then there's still quite a fair bit in there. You really have to work hard to get Barrister and Mann out your brush, that's for sure. Right, so as you can see, just there and there, that's the only place I seem to get them. I don't get them on my lip, don't get them down here anymore, just right on those side parts. So what I'm going to do, just grab out the styptic pencil, just dip it in some water. And that's it, I'll just leave that to sit there for a minute. No, I won't. It's rancid. It's a horrible taste. I'm just going to put a bit of Lucky Tiger on, because I've just washed most of it off. So the soap, Adagio by Barrister and Mann. The scent, I have got no idea. I like it. I don't know what it is about it that I like, because I've got no idea what the scent's are. It does have a licoricey sort of scent now that I'm smelling it more now. It's got a bit of zing, citrus zing to it, but I couldn't tell you what the citrus is if there's any in there. It's obviously got menthol in, which feels great. It's got a lovely amount of menthol. And then it's got a sort of a chocolatey note to it as well. I really don't know. It's so complex. I might have to have a read on it. That's my take on it without actually reading anything about it. I don't know anything about these scents. I literally bought these soaps without reading anything on them. I just bought every one. Yeah, beautiful. The brush, the Wolf Whiskers. So this is custom. This is basically Peter's version of lime, which has been going around on the Paladin brushes and all the sort of custom brushes by the big names. So this was Peter's version of lime, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's beautiful. 25mm Black Wolf Elite Fan Knot. I think personally it looks great. Some people don't like the look of it. I think it looks great. It's beautiful and soft. It's got the same tips as the other Black Wolves and the other tuxedos. Same tips, but it's got a totally different face feel, totally different, which is great. It gives me something, rather than using the same feel all the time, I get to use something a bit different. It feels great, it looks great. I think it's a stunning looking brush, and it now smells great as well. The razor, Gillette Rocket HD500, number 59. Twist it open, and in there I had the Gillette stainless that Ken Lee sent over. It's an excellent blade, it really is lovely and smooth. Managed to go against the grain with it, no problems at all, other than these two little sections here, which I'm going to have issues doing it, but once again a very smooth, comfortable, lovely shave. I really enjoyed that. Lucky Tiger aftershave tonic, which has got a nice citrus zing to it as well. A little bit of styptic pencil, and then I'm just going to finish off, because this is pretty much dried in, finish off with a bit of shave where it's a cool fix, which will probably sting, because the Lucky Tiger doesn't really do any stinging at all, it just helps repair the skin. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, yeah. Touch wood. I haven't had an ingrown hair yet from going against the grain, which is good. I was expecting to have a few at least, but nothing. I have, however, used the shave where it's a cool fix, I think, every time that I've done against the grain. This stuff, for me, is a necessity in everyone's day, and I think it's great. I love the smell of it now, I never used to. I just think it works brilliantly. And if I'm really honest about it, I did go through an issue, a stage where I was getting a lot of ingrown hairs. I started using that again once I'd sort of sorted them out, and I haven't really had any problems since. I'm not saying that is the cure of everything, but it works, it does work. Anyway guys, thanks very much for tuning in. I really enjoyed that, really happy to get stuck into the new Wolf Whiskers. The soap was beautiful, the razor worked great, managed to get against the grain for a little bit again. And once my skin dies down a bit, I'm sure that'll be great, and it's lovely. Lovely, it's lovely having smoothness all around here. Well, there's nothing there, I mean that's BBS all around here. And pretty much there and under here as well, it's BBS, so really, really happy with that. It's not perfect, but it's a damn fine shave. Anyway guys, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.